Well, great morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and do one of the bird oracle. Let's pull a card and see what our topic is this morning. So I'm flying. The topic is against the wind. Against the wind. So what can you tell us about being against the wind? I'm just going to pull the vintage tarot, and we'll see what we get here, being against the wind. So go ahead and pull the cards first, and then we'll see if we can figure this out together. What can it tell us about going against the wind? Or swimming upstream, if you will. If we looked at against the wind, when it comes to tarot, the wind would be the mental state. So at any rate, it's about, the difficulties that are encountered when one pushes rather than going with the flow. So the first thing is about what's being birthed. America and abundance. This is also the card of abundance. But let's see what the other cards are so we can figure out the context of this. So yeah, it's when it's controlling an abuse of power, controlling the mental state, taking away from others, repression, oppression, and things that are up in the air, in numerous subjects. So birthing that, when it comes to America, through oppression, going against the wind, not going with the flow of things for the people. So the next thing we have, this is based on what's being sold, emotionally, what's being sold, the merchant, based upon his desires. Let's see what we have here, what's coming rapidly. Putting it in place rapidly. This abuse, things up in the air when it comes to wanting a victory. The action leading to a victory, but all of this is up in the air. And we have next this wanting to control all the elements around you, controlling your daily life, controlling, to bring in a fruitfulness. We can see this guy is suited up in armor, suited up in armor. What's being birthed is according to the desires, what they're trying to sell. Let's see what we have. This is causing, again, the fight, the difficulty, fight of actions when it comes to this abuse of power or attempting to control the narratives, and these things are being juggled. The challenge is, nightmare scenario. The nightmare scenario, the mental conflict, the nightmares. When it comes to putting out a message of trying to control this mentally, and new action. Trying to bring about a new action out of this, and we can see where this read is going for sure. Potential outcome, what's being built, what they're trying to put into place for the long term. For the long term, trying to figure this out, constructing this for the long term with what? A manipulation. A manipulation. The outside influence, though, is the pain. The mental and physical pain. When it comes to the White House, okay, balance at the White House, balancing actions and the path being walked. So can we say, rather than going with the flow of something, that this has opened this can of worms that is not going to go away? Okay? This is totally not what I was expecting from this read. I thought it was going to be an enlightening thing on, walking your journey, but no, this is all about Trump and the Epstein and the other things that they're doing there, that he just is going to push against the wind, against the popular thing, and do what he's doing. But again, the outside influence this is a lot of mental pain, causing a lot of emotional pain for people when it comes to the White House, what he's doing, and the path he's walking, the choices he's made in life. Okay, now we know that the Magatonians, with all the Epstein things now coming out, they really wanted to believe that he wasn't involved, that he was, a champion of the people, a champion of children, etc. But with this cover-up, even they're seeing it. What was it, Alex, what's his name? This guy that's been so foul, that said that what happened with the school shooting was manufactured. They're actors, okay? But yet he said this is making him sick. He's going to go throw up with the Epstein things and Trump. So if we look at this, the four corners, we have what's being birthed in America. We have America, the things he's trying to construct with the manipulation, and all this stuff still up in the air. Okay? So the foundation is up in the air, wanting a victory, but things are being juggled. The challenge is a new action of manipulation. Still trying to manipulate the narrative. We have this, again, attempting to control an abuse of power, rapidly causing this fight and this struggle. The challenge is trying to put out some new narrative, a message for the long term. They're trying to stymie it, trying to bury it. And above it all, we have America, and we have this guy merchant trying to sell this, trying to control it all on a daily basis, but he has the challenge of the nightmare scenario with what is being constructed. Okay, so it's not going away. The very center of it, we have the fight going on. Rapidly, more information is coming out daily. Okay? And he is sitting here, again, trying to hold on to everything that's happening, control it all in his daily life, and juggling this stuff when it comes to this fight. But the fight, there's a nightmare scenario, which is the victory. He's not having a victory against it. He's struggling with this daily. Okay? So we have him at the end, what he's trying to sell with some new action, this new fight, this new action. He's going to continue to try to put out something else to, again, skew the narrative. what's happening rapidly is the more he abuses his power, the more the fight is raging against him. Again, he's trying to be the merchant to get a victory, trying to sell some other emotional drama. But things are up in the air when it comes to him trying to control it all. Too much is going on, and America rapidly is juggling this. When it comes to the message being put out, new information, they're struggling with this for the long term, so this is not going to go away. He, again, is trying to manipulate what he's controlling in his daily life. New actions are coming, more nightmares for him, and they're juggling the things that are being constructed now. So we'll go ahead and do the clarifying read, but I think it's pretty clear so far. He has this can of worms. He's got Bondi, everything is there. We're going to put it out. They knew it was fake, nothing new. Then, there's nothing to see here. And it's just becoming worse day by day, rather than making it go away. And then we had Kash Patel, before he was taken in there as FBI, he was all about outing this, and then the minute he got put into place, it's like, nothing to see here. I would release it if I had something. I just, So we just see the drama that they're doing. What do you want to come up, Mr. Mickey? You want to come up? What do you want, Mister? What do you want, Mr. Mickey, Mick? Come on. Okay, come on, help you up. So let's go ahead and do the clarifying read and just see what it's going to tell us. But against the wind, he's fighting an uphill battle. Okay, he's swimming upstream. He does not have the fortitude to continue. Okay, this is really going to break him down. He doesn't have the energy anymore to sustain this. We could see, that they're giving him things in his IVs, in his hand and stuff. His body's breaking down. Mentally, he's really losing it. He cannot contain a train of thought any longer. So let's see what we have. The center of it, we have, again, his ongoing attempting to abuse it, to control the narrative, to take it away from others. He's going to continue to try to do that. This abuse of power. Okay, make them walk away with what's being handed out. He's got his people out there, concretely, the stuff that he's going to give out. They're holding the scales of justice there. So again, they're going to try to put out these tidbits of drama. But also we have others that are putting out these tidbits of drama now. And so he is facing loss. He's losing control of the narrative. Okay? He's trying to, he's looking at the loss, and he's got to figure out what he's got in reserves. But he sees, I think this is others out there that are putting out these tidbits of what they know. Okay? So we have this going forward. Some action being taken. He's looking for help from overseas, perhaps. But we have the authorities. People are looking to others for some truth about what's going on. They're looking for these authorities, people that they see as authorities, of having the keys, that have the knowledge about the actions that took place. Foundation is, of course, the path he's walking, the choices he's made in life. Okay? And at this point, he's kind of walking off the cliff. Yeah, unfortunately for him, this truth, there's just too much information, okay? And he's afraid if this information all comes out, he is done for. When it comes to the family, the Magatonians are saying this is too much, okay? They saw him as this guiding light, this big spiritual person, and now they've lost that. They do not see him as this great spiritual person any longer. So, again, trying to move the narrative. He wants to move the narrative by trying to control it. But the arguments are going. This is going nowhere fast. It's being overturned. They're facing loss, seeing it from a different viewpoint. And the more this fight continues, the more nightmare scenario it is for Trump. All this stuff is hanging. It's like Damocles' sword hanging above his head. The light is coming. He's afraid this light is going to come out and overturn things for him. This would be the end of him, because there would be an agreement about justice if this comes out, okay? They would not support him when this comes out. There would be an agreement, because there would be messages of new information coming, more truth. When it comes to what he's trying to control, a message about that, a message about the daily things controlling, and just this unhappiness with what's going on. They're really getting dissatisfied when it comes to him in a position of power. Starting to see his lies, okay? The abundance of lies, the messages that are put out by Trump, okay? Trump's continuing lying messages, and then the things that have been hidden that he's trying to hide. Let's look and see what we have with that. And about the power, about the actions, okay? About actions. Women, actions. And I think some of the women now are going to offer up some of this stuff. I think what's hidden, the women that were children at that time are going to start anteing up things more. So he is in an absolute battle when it comes trying to continue to manipulate this narrative, but that is going to be his undoing, okay? His manipulations of being able to manipulate all of this is coming to an end, okay? He is being exposed. He and his criminal organization of really unqualified people are being exposed day by day. They are going against the wind. They are going upstream, okay? And they cannot prevail when it comes to that. This headwind is going to be just too strong, just like what they did with getting rid of the weather service and things. And now we have tornadoes, we have floods, we have fires. All of these things are happening. Just more and more destructive things are taking place without having provisions in there. Why? Because they wanted to, put all their money in what? Getting rid of people, brown people, okay? Wanting to control, wanting to get rid of education, wanting to try to create a dictatorship where they had control of what children are being taught, getting rid of the history All of this is what they were planning to do. Okay, we're going to dumb down America. I like the stupid people. That's what he said. I like ignorant people. Okay, he wants the ones he can control. He doesn't want the truth to get out. He wants to have his narrative of spin. Okay. And so that's what's going on. We are coming to the apex of this. We are coming to rapidly the breaking point. Okay? The dark has done their drama as much as they can, but now it's all being revealed. It's all being, even the Magatonians, the ones are getting a clue. Now, we had one the other day that was a woman that was all over, what was it, TikTok or something like that. And she was, I'm buying alligator alley merch and all of this, and you just try to stop me, and, out there being as nasty as she could. And then what happened? The flood came, and now she's singing the blues. Well, we're people too, and we need help. Why are you doing this to us? We need it, So now she's out there crying after she was so despicable. She didn't care about people being put in Alligator Alley, okay? Didn't care about that one iota. But now when it's her, then all of a sudden she's singing the blues and we're people too, we need help, give me. Yeah, okay. So, big wake-up calls coming. Big wake-up calls coming now. But, yeah, the Magatonians and this dark energy, this dark drama that's been trying to railroad America, they're flying up against the wind. Not going to work, okay? They are coming to their end rapidly. Like I said, yeah, he may get in, but he's not going to be there long. Just is not. And I still stand by that. People are saying August, I was feeling October, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Take it day by day. But we just watch this decline, this implosion that's taking place, and they're just daily showing how incompetent these ones are. And so we continue to go forward. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you online.